I'm Teacher Lucien, and yay! I have made another video. Where have I been? Anyway, I thought I would make a video today about class counts. Um, so a little while ago, a VIP kid made a drastic change to how our classes are counted in their portal, both on the app for the computer and the app for the mobile. And the major change removed the supplemental classes. So those were no longer put in the count as far as total number of classes taught. In addition, they did clarify that this number now only stands for major courses and trials. So what that means is a lot of people were in a tizzy over what this might mean in the future. So today's video will be about waiting out VIPKID and learning about class. For those who are new to VIPKID platform, you'll notice that every time you successfully teach a class and finish it as scheduled, student IT, or student no-show, you get paid. If it's a trial class, student IT, and student no-show, you get paid half of your base rate. But you get paid. In addition, you get a little ticker that keeps track of your classes that are finished. All classes that are finished as scheduled are used in another area of the portal that you might not be familiar with. All right, so before I get into that area, this is how you get to your class count. If you are using your mobile device and you've downloaded the VIPKID app, when you click the one that says account, you'll get 3 icons up at the top and one says Insight. When you click on that, it will show you your total number of classes that VIPKID is counting for you. Yay! If you're on your app, on your PC platform, there's several drop-down menus up at the top, and one of them says My Info. Click on that. When you click on My Info, you can then go to the option My VIPKID. It is very similar to Insight, and it'll give you a breakdown of how many classes VIPKID is currently counting as major course and trial for you. All right. So now you know how to get to the class count. What is it for? Well, the first thing is raises. Every 2 contracts, once a year, 365 days of you being with VIPKID, you are put under consideration for an increase of 50 cents to your pay. It is not an automatic. You do not get it because you've worked hard and you've taught all 3 classes for 365 days. Gimme. No, they have some requirements. And the one I'm going to talk about is the compulsory requirement. That is the total number of classes you have to teach in a year to even be considered for the 50-cent advance. You have to teach 1,200 classes at least. They don't all have to be finished as scheduled, but they have to be 1,200 classes. TITs and TNSs do not count in that number. So if you slumber through 20 of your classes, boo, call me. How you still got a contract? I need to know. Woo! Not just kidding. So people have personal and health issues that wind up with that count being very high as far as cancellations and teacher no-shows. But the problem is, if you look on the app, The number that they are displaying does not show all of your classes because there are another set of classes. And that is the second reason for the class count. Supplemental classes. These are classes that aren't considered major course, like phonics, pronunciation, voice of VIP kid. I love that class. Those aren't necessarily considered major courses. They are in addition to the major course program and things parents can elect to put their children in to further their English understanding. But they aren't counted in those counts that I showed you how to get to. And this is where there was a big kerfuffle when the change happened. And a lot of people had issues with this. I was one of them. I just call me a worrier. It's what I do. It's not necessarily a worrier. My brain, it has very linear but spread out patterns. And so when something happens like a change in the system, I cannot stop my brain from calculating the possibilities of where this would end up in the future. And my brain automatically did that. And I realized that might affect our raises. Currently, I don't know because I've gone on VIPKid and I've tried to do a live chat to get my real class counts. And just to let you know, when you do that, they're going to refer you to the 2 class count pages I showed you. Yeah, that doesn't include your supplementals, which you're hoping is included toward your contract, which would hopefully be included toward your raise. So that's a big question mark out there in VIPKid world as far as what is the actual count right now for you to be considered for a raise. But it's crystal clear in certification world. If you guys were sleeping, ah, gotcha. Check your certification tab. Look for a certificate that you would like to have, but you currently don't qualify for, and click on it just for fun. Click, click, click. Oh, okay, that looks the same. It looks the same, doesn't it? Except if you hover over the little question mark where it says class counts, notice that it no longer includes the supplementals. We were reassured that this would not affect our certificates or our raises. This was just so that they could get their data together in China and clearly show how many major courses and trial classes we as teachers were doing. But once the uproar died down, because that's what they do, everybody does it, you let the uproar ride, and then once it quiets down and everyone loses focus, boom, put in the part that you wanted to put in the first place, because no one is paying attention anymore. This doesn't affect me. I have more than 700 classes in this contract. I had a TNS issue in the other contract. Oops. Any which way. So this means I pretty much have access to every class. And that's just major course and trial courses. I went back and did like a 5-minute look at all of my payment tabs to see approximately how many classes I've taught. And it looks like close to 850 if you include my supplemental. And I'm not a supplemental teacher. I have difficulty getting the parents to book it for me. So often I'm in major courses. So I'm not surprised that it only bumped it up by 100 classes. But I know for a fact there are some teachers who most of their classes are supplemental. And this is going to affect you, boo. Because when you want to add on other certificates, other major courses that say 150 courses class count, and you've taught 200 supplemental classes and only 50 major course classes, that means that even though you have a total count of 250, you're not going to be qualified for that next major course certificate. They caught us sleeping. So I thought I would make this video to make you guys aware of where the shoe actually fell in all of this so that you can better prepare, especially if you're dealing with low bookings, and getting certificates help to increase those bookings. So that's what I'm saying as far as where VIPKID is on this class count. I would love for someone to tell me from VIPKID that I am reading the info incorrectly. And please, please, please let me know what I need to do to better understand this information. But until then, teachers, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. This does affect us, especially if you don't have a high number of major courses and you're trying to get certificates so that you can teach more major courses, and all of your classes up until now have been Voice of VIPKID. So I hope this video helps. Sorry for the bit of bad news, but I had to put that out there. I had to let everybody know what actually takes place and how this might affect them. All right, this is Teacher Lucien with VIPKID, and I am out. Bye, guys.